you're in the market for a budget-friendly home espresso machine that's able to produce almost as good a coffee as your local cafe, stay until the end of this video because today I'm gonna be reviewing one of Amazon's best-selling home espresso machines, the DeLonghi Stilosa. Okay, so first let's start with the pros. And at number one, obviously I have to say that this is a super affordable machine. It comes at around $90 and it's perfect for anyone who's just starting their espresso journey and wants a quality machine without spending a fortune. Next is its compact size, making it ideal for any kitchen countertop or minibar. It's 11 inches high and 8 inches wide, and it's around 8 pounds or 4 kilograms. One of the standout features is its 15-bar pump, which provides enough pressure to extract a decent espresso shot. This is crucial for getting that rich, creamy crema on top of your espresso, and it also comes with a single stainless steel boiler. Compared to some of the previous, cheaper DeLonghi home espresso machines, the DeLonghi Stilosa heats up considerably quicker. It's 1100 watts. It can achieve those 90 degrees Celsius, which is the ideal brewing temperature, pretty fast in about 25 to 30 seconds. With that being said, it also comes with a cup warming tray. That's not a very common feature for these lower end home espresso machines, and let me tell you, this thing heats up very much. Like, you can barely touch it sometimes after it's been warmed up, and it's fairly comparable to some of the higher end machines like the Breville Barista Express, and I can go as far as to say that the DeLonghi cup warming tray is even better. It also comes with a removable water tank with a capacity of 1 liter, making it easy to refill and clean. The DeLonghi Stilosa is also very easy to use. It's very intuitive. After you've turned it on and it's heat up, you can just turn the dial to the right and run hot water to extract your coffee and make espresso. To turn it off, you just turn the dial back to the middle position. The portafilter comes with 2 different baskets, one for a double shot of espresso and one for a single shot that is also compatible for easy serving espresso pods or ESE pods. And to use the milk frother, you just need to turn the dial to the left, wait for it to heat up. Once the OK light is on, you can push the side lever and start using the steam wand. Which brings us to the next and final pro, which is that this machine has its manual frother. It lets you have a lot more control over your lattes and cappuccinos. And if you get really good at it, even draw latte arts. One last thing before I show you this machine in action. It has a removable tray at the bottom to fit multiple different cup sizes. So that's also useful. I thought it's worth mentioning. Okay, so let's make a double shot of espresso and see how good it turns out. Always use a fresh bag of coffee, no older than 30 days. After you open it, make sure you store it in a dry and cool place, like a stainless steel container. We'll turn on the machine and wait for it to heat up. While we are waiting, I'm gonna put my cups on top and have them warm up as well, like in a true Italian cafe. I'm gonna use the double shot basket and scoop up 1.5 scoop of coffee. Just gonna tap it a bit just to make space and have another half a scoop. We're gonna tamp it with the bottom of the scoop, and there you have it. Your puck is ready to go. Once you insert your portafilter, make sure to check the water level on the side. Trust me, there's nothing more annoying than running a shot without any water in the water tank. Okay, finally turn the dial to the right and watch the magic happen. By the way, if you're enjoying this review and found it helpful so far, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me a lot. Thanks. It looks and tastes pretty decent. It's pretty creamy. So for what it is, this machine produces a fairly decent espresso. Okay, so next let me show you how to make a cappuccino. I would use a smaller milk jug like this one, a 400 milliliter or 15 ounce one. And as I mentioned earlier, you have to turn the dial to the left and wait for it to heat up. Once the OK light is on, you can start pushing the side lever. You're gonna fill up your milk jug up to the spout, so up to around here. And then position the steam wand close to the left wall and tilt the jug a little bit to the right. Push the lever and start steaming and kind of start introducing some air and then sinking the steam wand back into the milk. You're gonna repeat this process until the jug is too hot to touch on the side and then turn it off. Make sure to immediately wipe the steam wand with a wet towel and purge it. And then you can just pour your milk and foam on top. If you want to draw latte arts and you want to have more control over your steaming, I suggest you remove that frothing sleeve over your steaming wand and steam with just the silicone nozzle. The milk turns out a lot better, the microfoam is silkier. This way you just don't introduce as much air as you would, and it just turns out a lot better. It's literally the same process as I explained earlier, just without the frothing sleeve. Once you're done, you're just gonna mix the microfoam at the top with the milk at the bottom, tap it to pop any bubbles at the top, and then start pouring from around 3 to 4 inches high. Once you have your cup halfway full, you're gonna move your milk jug down and start drawing your latte art by just slightly moving your wrist. Okay, so let's talk about the cons of this machine. Well, the DeLonghi Stilosa is generally well built. It has a lot of plastic components. The side of it is made out of plastic, the temper and the scoop is just plastic, the baskets have plastics, inside of the portafilter has plastic, which I never really understood why. It's probably just mostly for the aesthetics of the flow as the espresso is coming out. And finally, the inside of the frothing sleeve is also made out of plastic. So that's the first con, but I mean, for $100, what do you really expect? Next, the machine has limited features. It does not have any temperature or shot volume control, so the shot volume you have to kind of control yourself. Then there's the basic frother. I don't know why DeLonghi keeps insisting on adding these frother sleeves on top of the steam wand. It's just so much more difficult to steam milk for latte art, for example. But I found a couple of items on Amazon that you can use to replace the existing steam wand. It's a stainless steel steam nozzle with a single hole, a much smaller one that offers a lot more control. And this more premium one, it's a bit more expensive, but it's even better because it's longer and you can use it with bigger milk jugs. Moving on to number 4, the DeLonghi Stilosa doesn't come with a built-in grinder like some of the higher-end home espresso machines. So you're kind of forced to use pressurized baskets and pre-ground coffee all the time. And for those of you who want to know more on what the difference is between a pressurized and non-pressurized baskets and how it affects the extraction, I'll leave a link to a different video that I've got on that topic. But for the price of $100, that's also understandable. And finally, there's the basic temper that's also a scoop. I really think that DeLonghi could have included a better temper. This one's kind of awkward to use. Yeah, I guess it gets the job done, not so efficiently, but good thing there's cheap alternatives on Amazon for a proper temper that I'll leave a link down in the description for as well. They come with a built-in string that offers 15 pound of pressure. Speaking of which, I have another video on how to turn your DeLonghi into almost a commercial-like espresso machine with just buying a few additional tools. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. If you found this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see coffee-related content. Until the next one, peace.